All right. So, I know I say this every time, but I really do encourage you, if you normally do this with your thumb, to try doing it with your pointer finger. It's more of an up motion. Now, you'll see either way. Well, I guess if I'm using my thumb, I kind of grab the ukulele like that. For single notes, picking type stuff, I like to be a little bit below the board if possible. Otherwise, your finger can hit the board. And then for the up picking, it's just like you would, as far as your foundation is concerned here, it's exactly the same as if you were doing a picking pattern, but you're just basically, so if you think about how you pinch the two strings or how you hit that string, that's basically the motion, but you're just doing all single notes. And you can also use the pointer finger to strum if you want. Let me just check my tuning one more time. I need to change these strings. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two, three, four, A. Morning, May. E string. I'll tell you what, since you just joined, we'll start over. We're just getting started, May. So we're going to do the normal warm-up exercises, okay? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, strum. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 7. C. 2, 3, 4, G7, 2, 3, 4, 1, and we'll do that again. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. All right. Welcome to everybody, and I think we'll still be seeing Madeline here shortly. All right. All right, I'm going to share this. I think I put it on multiple. I put it on WeChat and Line last week, and it is the scale of C and D. All right, so we're going to take a look at that again. I just want to practice this every week, specifically with the idea of getting used to, playing in the key of D. I think we mostly are accustomed to. I think most of us can play in C really comfortably, and I'd like to get to the point where you feel equally comfortable playing in the scale of D. We're at this stage, we're just going to continue practicing both of these. Okay, so we'll start with the scale of C, and we're just going to go up and come back. The reason I went ahead and wrote it back down is that I just really want to take advantage of the opportunity to practice reading tab. Okay. I think in the past we've just had it up and then I just, you just intuit that you kind of turn around and go backwards, but really that's not a good habit. So we'll do these first two lines and then we'll strum C one time, count to 4, and do it again. All right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Back, line 2, I guess. 2, 3 again. I'm going to come off of screen share for just a second and point something out that I don't know how much I've talked about this, but for a lot of people, this is easy, this is easy, this is easy. I think perhaps the biggest challenge for some of the beginner students is changing strings. So you have that. So I would practice the 1, 2 change, C, D, E. Practice the changing from one note to the next string. And then do the same thing. And really you could, and you can do it backwards as well. I'm not exactly sure why, but I've noticed that all of the beginner students find it relatively easy to go up. But when it comes to going back down, they feel a little bit stumped. So if you're going up easily and it's harder to go down, then just practice down. And speed is not important, by the way. I think I may have actually gone a little bit too fast. So I'm going to go back on screen share. We'll do scale of C again a little bit slower, and then we'll do the scale of D. All right, so I'm going to slow it down. We're going to do C again, these two lines. All right, and we'll do it twice again. So we'll go through the whole thing. We'll strum C. It falls on a 1, and we'll count to 4, and then do it again. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Backwards. 1, 2, 3 again. Okay, now let's take a look at the scale of D here, and I'll try to make this bigger for those of you that maybe have not printed this yet. Let's see. All right, so we'll do the scale of D now. All right, so I just want to kind of point out again that your goal here is to cover the frets, and remember, we call 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? In the scale of C, we only need to cover 3 frets plus 0. 0 is kind of a bonus, that when you're playing in C, you get 3 notes that are just what we call 0, no left hand activity, right? When you go to the scale of D, now you have to use your pinky. I mean, in theory, you could get by without using your pinky, but I don't recommend it. The whole purpose here is that for all the 2s, which, by the way, 2s are replacing zeros. So in the scale of C, you have 0, 0, 0, right? Well, all those are 2s now, and so that should always be your first hand. First finger here. Anything that's a 3. Should be your second finger. Anything that is a 4 should be your fourth finger, and the pinky should cover all the 5s, okay? It's very tempting sometimes to do this, reach up there with the stronger finger, but you really should get in the habit of using your pinky to cover anything that's on the 5th fret, okay? All right, so I'll put that back up there in case those are, and by the way, I'm pretty sure most of you can do the scale of C without even looking at a piece of paper. I hope most of you can do that by now. I'd like to see you get to the point where you can do that with the scale of D as well. All right, and the chart or the tab, I guess, is very valuable to teach new information. But on scales, you really should be thinking memorization. Okay. All right, here we go. So we're going to do this one slow, as in slower than we did the scale of C, because this is going to be new to a lot of you. Okay. All right. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Backwards. If you want, I guess if you can, let me rephrase that. If you can, let's go ahead and do it the same way we do the scale of C, right? But instead of playing the C chord, we're going to play this D chord. And if you're not very good at that chord right now, don't worry. Go ahead and try it. Don't just not try, but try to learn to play that chord. The whole purpose of our warm-ups, the scale of D, is we want to use our pinky and we want to make it stronger. Even in our picking exercises where we do this and add the C, all the things that we're doing adding flavor, a lot of times we're using our pinky. So I really want you to try to get your fifth finger stronger, okay? So let's see, I'll go back here. But I'm sorry, just repeating. Let me get this out of the way. Just repeating at the end of the scale, right? So here we go. We're doing back down. Two, three, four again. All right, so that's the chord I want you to use. It just takes too much energy to go down here and make this shape in this situation. So let this be an opportunity to practice this chord, this D chord, where it's 2, 2, 2, pinky on 5. Okay? And don't be discouraged if it's difficult right now. And by the way, another way to practice that D chord if you're having trouble with it is just do 0, 0. And don't overdo it. I will say, and it's probably worth noting that for me, when I play that D, my thumb shape changes drastically. Here's my C. You see where my thumb is. For my D, my thumb is going up suddenly. I play E minor the same way. So here's my C, E minor. My thumb is generally kind of pointing up to the top of the ukulele. Even more extreme on D. Let's see. It's weird looking at your hand this way. But yeah, so just kind of figure out what your hand needs to do. But, when you're doing this, you got to pull it out. You got to get it there pretty quickly. It's almost like changing chords in a song or something. So. And the other thing to note is that this is one of the very few chords where you really are squeezing your thumb. You're pushing down that single finger right there, and you're pushing up with your thumb. That's the only way you'll be able to get those 3 strings clean. And I know it seems like you need to do the bottom string as well, but you don't, because your pinky is going to do the bottom string. So really all you need to do is get the top 3 clean. Whoops. Okay, so I know from previous